We leave 2021 and enter into 2022. Let's carry out personal and collective review, assessment, and actions for change. And let's move boldly, confidently, and in faith into 2022, a year of anticipation. As 2021 draws to a close, the experience of ancient Israel, when a significant chapter in their lives similarly closed, is instructive to us as individuals, as the ecclesia, and as a nation. The people of Israel were recipients of divine promises. They had experienced extraordinary and miraculous deliverance in their lives and now were settling into their promised land. Yet as the chapter closed in which their leader Joshua departed this life, their collective consciousness of their history also died. This is what it says in the book of Judges. Also, all the people of that generation were gathered to their fathers in death, and another generation arose after them who did not know, recognize, understand the Lord, nor even the work which he had done for Israel. For them, this was their greatest risk. During the preceding 2 generations, they had lived in the light of clear and precise commandments given by God through Moses. They must always, and in all future generations, remember, recount their children, and live in the reality of Yahweh's intervention in their lives as a nation. They disobeyed. 2021's human family, please take note of that and the following statement. God's commandments are just that. They are given for our unwavering, unhesitating attention and obedience. They are not suggestions. They're not proposals or propositions for negotiation. And they carry unique properties. They offer life to us when we obey, but death is certain if we do not. Much of our world is experiencing dying and death, with Western civilizations formerly built and thriving on biblical values being the worst and most grossly impacted. As 2021 draws to a close, an excellent, instructive, and profitable exercise would be this. Let's examine the extent and degree to which we are living in the reality of what the Bible teaches. This really is not complicated. It isn't about individual or denominational or political interpretation. Your personal view about what the Bible might say or mean to a 21st century man or woman is irrelevant. What really matters is how do you and I measure up against the Bible's statements, standards, and instructions. And while our inappropriately named progressive culture, which has no basis of authority, has persuaded our gullible generation that the Bible's message is outdated, the creation of a so-called patriarchy, a term that foolishly shakes its fist at the fatherhood of God, truth continues absolute and is recognized as such by any man or woman who seeks to know it. Ancient Israel, upon the death of Joshua and his generation, began a downward spiral morally, socially, and ultimately leading to violent removal from their promised land, and their suffering over the centuries has been unspeakable. Yet there is hope for Israel, and there is hope for all peoples that make up our human family. To step into this destiny, there has to be a point at which we acknowledge that we have wavered, drifted, and departed from the truth. So as we leave 2021 and enter into 2022, let's carry out personal and collective review, assessment, and actions for change. And let's move boldly, confidently, and in faith into 2022, a year of anticipation.